Viper Auto Valet down at the detailing shop. I recently bought this 1989 Mercedes-Benz W126 420 SEL. It's been stood on the driveway in the Ipswich area for 15 years. Not moved, or very little movement, never really driven anywhere. I meant to do a video as soon as I got it, but I didn't sort of get around to doing that. And it's sat in my detailing shop now for a couple of weeks, moving it in and out, but it's really been in here. And I meant to do a video on it before I actually did anything to it. And I sort of looked at it today and I thought, oh, I'll just quickly do that. And after quickly having a look at that and doing that, I got the rear bumper off just to check for rust, and there's some rust that needs to be taken care of. Which is why the bumpers come off, makes things a lot easier. The bumper chromes, I'll just spin round, they've completely gone, which is very, very common on a 126 and the C126, the coupe version. But I'm not over bothered by that. That's something that I'll have to address at a later date, but you know, I just wanted to do a video before I got too far and I was too deep into the car. You can see there some rust again, very common on these. Water gets behind the panel, but nothing that cannot be repaired. This is just surface. Someone has put rust converter on this a long time ago and it's held out. There's very little rust on there that's a problem. Inside, I mean, that is, actually, I won't do inside. Just keep going around the outside. Need to remember where I am. Big hole in the wing. Again, not a problem with a welder and fabricator to take care of that. Again, in the wing. Very common on these 126s. It's to do with a drain hole, gets blocked up, and which is common on, you know, many cars in many different ways. Blocked drain holes causes problems, so I've started to take that lower panel out underneath the headlight, so I can get the headlight out and the indicator to make the panel repairs much easier. And I want to take them out anyway. They've got condensation in them, not much, but just a tiny bit of condensation, so I want to take them off, get them dried out so that check that there's no corrosion on the inside of the headlight. And if there isn't, then I want to prevent that by drying the light out. But there's a small crack there, or stone chip, so I want to try and take care of that as well. Get a new light, new lens for it. A bit more rust there. Again, rust here as well. Again, nothing that can't be rectified, sorted, refabricated. But the bonnet is in pretty good shape. There's a tiny bit of rust on the front, and there's a few little blemishes here, tiny little things. So I'll get the work done on the bonnet, get that good, and then work out how much of the bonnet needs to be painted, how much of it I can machine polish back up to where it would need to be, and I'll evaluate that as the time goes on. A-pillar, bit of lacquer lift there, which has caused that. Roof is in pretty good shape. Again, machine polish, not a problem. Rear wing, again, not too bad. But by the time these little bits here are taken care of and they have to blow the wing in, it would make sense to finish that here and then blow it in up here. Actually, it's already been done. Just noticed that different light. Never been here with a door open like that before, so you can see where it's been painted previously. Not very well, so I'll have a good painter take care of that for me. Boot lid is in pretty good shape. I was doing a machine polishing job a few weeks ago, just after I got this, and I had all the machine polisher out, and this was right next to the job I was working on. So I thought, right, let's just see what I need to do, and I managed to get just a small test area here to come up nice. You won't see it now because it's all dusty, but let's just show you in the boot. I've taken this out so that I can start to do what I need to do. it's pretty solid. Well, it is solid in here actually. Normally the rust comes underneath the bumper and then starts to ingress into here as well, but it's pretty solid. There's some tiny bits of surface rust, but nothing that's a concern or a worry. This is just surface rust, no problem there. Put some rust converter on that and treat it properly. No need to cut and weld anything in there, so that's good. Behind the bumper is all good. Oh, there we go. That's a rust pile from the underside of the chrome trim. That's what's fell out, and that's just what happens to these bumpers. They rust from the inside, which is a shame. But nothing that can't be rectified or put right. So I'll just take you to the inside now. This is I think I said at the beginning, a 1989 vehicle. It hadn't moved for 15 years, 120,000 miles with service history, stamped up Mercedes service book, some main dealer servicing, certainly from its earlier years in life, and then some independents and some Mercedes-Benz specialists. So interior is really good, as you'd expect for a car with such low mileage and not having driven for the last 15 years. And again, this era of Mercedes-Benz really used good quality interior carpets, vinyls, plastics and real good quality leathers. So they do stand the test of time. I've got another one with 378,000 miles, and it shows a little bit more wear than this one, but it's just amazing how good these cars survive. So inside, and the reason for doing all the paintwork and welding on this vehicle is with the exceptionally low mileage of 120,000 and the interior looking as good as it does, I just decided the vehicle really warranted having the exterior to be as good as the mileage and the interior. So that's why I'm going ahead with everything else. Oh, and the other thing I was just going to point out, all the walnut trims, they are all in superb condition. No cracking, breaking, anything. The only thing that's missing is the front face on the ashtray or cigar tray lighter area in this vehicle, I should imagine, really. Everything else is really in tip-top condition. Seats are virtually unmarked, just a tiny bit of wear here, but nothing untoward. A thorough clean and a conditioning of that, and that'll come up good. Not painting the leather. I never agree with painting the leather. I just don't like the idea of that. It either needs to be retrimmed if it's that condition, or conditioned and cleaned. Inside, even better, because again this gets sat in less than the driver and passenger seat naturally, so this is in really good condition as well. Hopefully the light off my camera is sufficient to show you what this is like. I'll just walk round to the other side. Pretty much the same. This is a vehicle with a interior back window blind. That's not quite working right yet, but the fact that it's there is a good thing, and the blind itself is in good condition, which is unusual. They normally go a bit like moth's wings, dried moth wings, and just crumble away. That one's in good condition, but it's not doing as it should at the moment, which I believe is a cable issue. So nothing that can't be rectified there, really, to be honest. Really nice in here. I've got the original factory supplied or dealership supplied original Mercedes-Benz overmats for this vehicle. I've just taken them out and storing them, and also the little foot pads that go in the back here, I've got those as well. Really like these cars. Inside, you can tell proper leather on these. You know, you peel back the little map pocket here, proper leather in there, so really nice. I might as well just do the last bit, little passenger area. Really nice, which, like I said, it's such a great condition vehicle inside, well spec vehicle inside as well, and the impeccably low mileage with the service history. It would seem a shame not to make the outside as good as the inside and the engine. So here we go. A little badge come off there, but I've got one of those. and also the star has been snapped off or broken off, but I've got one of those. One came with the vehicle, it would appear. Just pop the bonnet, just to show you under here. It's a thorough clean. And the filter cover, that will get taken off and polished. That'll look really good when I'm done. The felt under bonnet has come away, completely missing. I have no idea where that is. But again, that's very common for them. Heat of the engine, period of time, they just dry out and crumble away to powder. Let's see if I can show you. Yeah, it's just powder. Look at that. I don't want to put that in there. Let's put that there for now. I'll clean that up in a minute. So I'll clean that up, take that off, scrape what's left, cover the engine bay before I do it so I don't get all that everywhere. Scrape that off, and then I can get a new one from Mercedes-Benz. I think they're about £150, but this vehicle will warrant that spending on it without any question of a doubt. By the time I've spent the rest that I'm going to on it anyway, so yeah, beautiful car. I believe this is Diamond Ice Blue, I think is the official name of the colour, so really good. I think there's a couple of little scratches on the glass here, but I can get rid of those. They'll polish up lovely. I can do that, it's not a problem. The tyres, they're exceptionally old because they have not been replaced in the 15 years it's sat on a driveway, so that's assumed they were 5 or 6 years old prior to that, so they're really aged, which is a massive shame because they're Michelins, I believe. I'm sure they're Michelins. It's irrelevant anyway because they're no good. Plenty of tread on them, but I shall refurbish all the wheels, powder coated, refurbished, not painted, so that'll be front faces and the barrels, and then fit new tyres, which will probably be a Michelin, Goodyear, Avon, probably any of those really, to be honest. So there we go, my Porto Valet, another Mercedes-Benz 126 project. Yeah, more videos to come if I remember to do them.